So there's an identity shift that makes manifestation much more automatic. And by the end of this video, we're going to cover 7 easy ways to make this identity shift very real for your life. I did this with my very first mentor, Bob Proctor, and became one of his top 10 coaches in the entire world. At the time, that was the top 1% out of 2,000 coaches. There are 3 parts to the identity shift. To start with, we need to go to Bob Proctor's favorite diagram in the world. It's called the stick figure diagram. Now this stick figure diagram, I give all credit to Bob Proctor for introducing the world to this. So I'm merely borrowing his tips and techniques here drawing since I was mentored by him for 4.5 years. And by the way, if you don't know who Bob Proctor was, he was the major star in the Secret film and book, movie overall, that spread law of attraction teachings around the world. So what does this even mean? Stick figure diagram means that this is who you really are. This is your body. This is your conscious mind, and here is your subconscious mind. At the top here, we're going to put little antennae, which are for your 5 senses: seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, and touching. This diagram represents a part sequence here that if you take an idea and drop it into the subconscious mind, it'll change the vibration of your body and ultimately change what you attract in your life. Why Bob Proctor loves this diagram so much is it explains all the self-help material out there, all the personal development, how to change your life. It explains it all. Because what happens is we get data in from the senses. Oh, I looked at my bank account and I have a certain amount of money in there. Oh, I went down the street and I saw this car that was blue, right? I see things, I hear things, I smell things, and it comes into data into the conscious mind. Now, our subconscious mind houses all of our habits, all of our automatic behaviors, what Bob Proctor used to call the paradigm. And a paradigm is a conglomerate of all your habits, all your thinking, all your ways. It's your identity. And if you can change what's going on in your subconscious mind, again, it changes the vibration of the body, and the body vibrating at a different frequency band ultimately brings you in different results. And this is from the results of the universe, God, higher power, whatever you want to call that. So this is the first element, is understanding this. And the second element is understanding that if we shift our identity, which is everything that we accept and believe to be true about ourselves and our world, we'll be able to change exactly the results into something better and bigger than ever before. So these results become much more positive, much more desirable if I can learn to change the frequency that's going on, that I'm elevating outwards and that's coming into my life. Because the universe is mirroring what you're putting out. So if you have a vibration identity of 7-figure earner, all the ways in the universe and world will find ways to mirror what your identity is. So this mirror is mirroring anything you're putting out frequency-wise. And the third element we need before we go into those 7 ways to really change your life is that the subconscious mind is also connected to the superconscious, or consciousness of all people, all things, higher power. Why I'm doing this is because the subconscious mind is where the invisible starts to hang out. This is all visible. This is your 3D world. This is what I can sense. This is what I can understand. And the subconscious mind is everything that you cannot see in the invisible. So this being invisible here, this subconscious is connected to all people. We'll call it the superconscious. We'll call it the oversoul. We'll call it whatever you want to understand that everything is connected together vibrationally. And by the way, if you're getting value out of this video, please subscribe to our channel and be here with our Soul Tribe family. We're growing very rapidly, so you can get together with other like-minded souls. Throw a like on the video if it's also valuable to you, and then links in the description below for all of our courses, group coaching, and mentorship, allowing yourself to really be in a place to get some support, accountability, and help. We do a lot of deep healing of trauma wounds. We also go into help you manifest automatically, moving your life forward easier. All those things are all step-by-step in the description below. So for me, when I started, I was like, I really want to become a top coach for Bob Proctor. I want to be in his inner circle. I want to be his pin holder, which was a certain achievement that you could have as one of his certified coaches. I really wanted this to move forward. So every day I would visualize myself meeting Bob Proctor, shaking his hand, being in his vicinity, being around him, being in the same room as him. And every day that I would visualize, I would feel it to be true. And that's really the big secret here that even Neville Goddard, the mystical and spiritual author, always talked about, was the feeling is what pulls down the idea that you have here into the subconscious mind. So if you feel it to be true, you start to vivify it in the mind and imagination, and you're really allowing yourself to believe it. That's what comes down into the subconscious mind, feeling it to be true. And every day I would visualize, every night, sometimes 30 minutes, because I couldn't get enough of it. I felt so good doing it. I felt like I was there with Bob Proctor, I was already there in the vicinity. Over the coming months, it wasn't overnight, it was like 3 to 4 months minimal. I started to do this every single night in such a wavelength that by month 4, month 5, I was on such a trajectory that I was starting to really make it happen in order to become one of Bob's top coaches. And what we had to do is activate a certain amount of clients within a 12-month time span. I was on track for activating at least a client every single week, and that got me to 50 clients in a year, and then I became one of Bob's top coaches at the time. But I started to shift my identity to be one, I'm a top coach in the world. I am one of Bob Proctor's top coaches. I have an income that's amazing. I have so much coming to me, so many great things happening in my life. I'm meeting friends around the world. I'm understanding how to really shift people's lives and transform my own. But I did this every night, and before you know it, and the other techniques I'm about to provide you, before I know it, my world started to shift in accordance with what I was holding in the mind, and that was being a top coach. And it worked out, but it wasn't overnight. Every night, it took a lot of effort, took a lot of time, and I did all 7 of the ideas I'm about to show you. So let's get to the 7 techniques to help you shift your identity and shift your wavelengths and allowing yourself to move forward in life even better. The first one here, and you might even have heard of a lot of these, but to get a summary is always really nice, right? So you have summarized 7 core techniques I use to shift my life. I've worked with over 2,500 other clients as well that's helped them shift their lives. So, really understanding this and putting this all together is a great idea. Mirror work. Mirror work, you're going to look at yourself in the mirror and say phrases out loud. You're going to look at yourself in the eyes. And if you've never said, I love you to yourself in the mirror, sometimes when I have my clients do it, they cringe. And then we know, wow, you're not really loving yourself, right? Because if you say, I love you in the mirror and it feels uncomfortable, there's a reason for that, right? So the mirror work is going to say, you're going to say phrases in the third person, like Scott Haug is earning $50K a month. Scott Haug now is living in his dream home, where you're going to say these phrases to you, from you, and it helps you really start to believe it because you're looking yourself in the eyes and you start to change your mind and thinking around it. Number 2 is gathering evidence. I had a mentor talk to me about this. She was is a shaman, and she would always talk about gathering evidence. And it made so much sense when she talked about it. If you want more abundance in your life, find evidence of abundance in your world right now. Abundance does not mean financial. Abundance means anything that has vastness to it that's accessible to you. So for example, there's an abundance of oxygen right now. There's an abundance of light. There's an abundance of electricity. There's an abundance of colors. There's an abundance of people. There's an abundance of vehicles. So every day you just say out loud all the things that are abundant all around you. It doesn't have to be associated with money. You're going to step up your mind to start seeing evidence of abundance all around you. And this can work for any area. Number 3 is living as if in your imagination. So in your imagination, doing a rehearsal, right? Rehearsing this over and over like I was doing with Bob Proctor, seeing yourself already there, allowing yourself to rehearse this, be with it, visualize it, see it, match your inner thoughts, like saying things like, I'm so grateful, wow, look at this happened, congratulating yourself for seeing others congratulate you. Number 4 is something that can work, but doesn't work for a lot of people, and I'll discover why. Mantras or affirmations, okay? If you do affirmations and you say them out loud, but you don't feel them and you don't believe them and you don't put some conviction in them, they're just noise. But if you say your affirmations, you start to feel them to be true and you start to really work the emotion out of it, mantras can be a huge thing to help you focus on one identity level, one theme that's coming into your life. But you gotta feel it to believe it. Number 5 is one of my favorites now. It wasn't before because I had no idea about it, okay? But it's deep trauma healing. And for those of us that feel like, oh, I had a beautiful childhood, everything went well, I'll have 50% of my clients say that to me. 50% say it was a nightmare. 50% will say it was just great. Everything was fine. No matter what, there is a lot of trauma that is in your psyche. A lot. Trauma, what we mean by that is things that happened in life that created meaning and story. Like if you always lost board games when you were a kid, maybe the meaning and story created at the time was, I'm never good enough. Right? So we create meanings and themes from things that happen in our life. If you can find ways, and we do this in our programs, and I do this in my one-on-one clients, I actually clear the trauma for them, with them. They're conscious. We're not doing hypnosis. They're right there with me. But I go into their psyche and help them rewire all this. You clean up your deep trauma, anything that's going on recurringly, that's going to change your identity entirely. Number 6 is partner work. Okay. Partner work is when you have an accountability partner and you are helping each other live that life already. So you're going to talk to each other as if you're there. So somebody would say, Scott, don't you remember when you were a top coach of Bob Proctor? Scott, don't you remember when you had a certain income level come in? You see, what they're doing is pretend I wasn't there already, and they're going to talk to me as if I'm there. And we're thankful for each other. And then I say it back to them. Say, don't you remember when you had that big income month? Don't you remember when we were all congratulating you on X, Y, and Z? So you actually help each other and you talk to each other as if you're the new identity today. It's very cool, especially if you need somebody who's very supportive and that believes in this stuff, by the way. That's why we have a big soul tribe in all of our programs that become best friends with each other and accountability buddies in our school group and our prosperity magnet group, because it allows them to be on the same frequency. And then number 7 has always been one of my favorites as well. This is rampages. Rampages here is something that Abraham Hicks came up with. Esther Hicks, if you ever known or heard her teachings before. Rampages are saying what you want out loud as if they're already happening. And you go on a little rant about it and you do total faith talks. You allow yourself to be in a place that you start saying out loud what you're wanting and what you're desiring and stepping up your emotional ladder and talking about what you want to talk about before it happens. So you start with where you're at. Maybe I'm frustrated around money, and then you start to ease it a little bit more. Well, I'm starting to feel more hopeful around money. Ease it a little bit more. I'm starting to feel more belief around money. I know I'm a work in progress. So you start changing your phrases every maybe 30, 60 seconds on average to allow yourself to feel better and better about the topic you're talking about. But if you really look at what we're doing here, these 7 ideas are allowing your conscious mind to shift your subconscious, connect to the superconscious, changing the vibration of the body to have the universe or higher power mirror back these results. So you want to work these 7 principles and actions every day, all of them. Work them all every day for the one focus you're looking for. You'll start to transform that subconscious programming in that paradigm. Give it a shot. Let's give you that transformation you've been looking for, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.